AVRant and SVS have teamed up to bring you an unbelievable opportunity. Have you been dreaming of dual subwoofers? Perhaps you'd like to upgrade your entire 5.1 speaker package. Don't have the cash? AVRant and SVS have your back. Go to www.avrant.com right now for your chance to win your choice of dual PB1000 subwoofers or a Prime 5.1 satellite speaker package. Contest ends September. We are your home theater and AV questions answered. This is AVRant. Want your home theater or AV question answered by Tom and Rob? Send it to question@avrant.com. Welcome to AVRant. I'm Tom Andry, and I'm here with
Rob H.
Jeff. This is from last week. Jeff saw what he thought could replace his Denon AVR X4000, give him a full 7.2.4 Atmos setup, the forthcoming X4300H. It has 9 amps on board and claims 11.2 processing with an external 2-channel amp. He already has a 5-channel amp to use. But looking at the website, not the manual, which is silent on this subject, it appears that Atmos processing only supports 5.1.4 or 7.1.2. So what's the point of 11.2 processing if it won't render 11-channel Atmos? Are the extra channels only used for the Dolby Surround upmixer without Atmos object-based rendering?
So this is one of those instances where this is quite a new model. It was only added to Denon's website, I think, a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. And I believe quite strongly, and this is very common on websites, that they copy-pasted the X4200 marketing material into their X4300H page. The X4200 was limited to 5.1.4 or 7.1.2. The X4200 had 7 amplifiers on board, and then you could add 2 more if you wanted to get you to 9 speakers total. But the X4300 does have 9 amps on board and then can expand to 11 channels if you add that extra 2-channel amp. In the manual, I must admit, it's not super duper clear because of the way the language is stated in the manual, and this is not surpaying, but a
Denon manual that's unclear?
Well, honestly, their manuals have gotten better. Their manuals are better, but I mean,
they had no place to go but better. It'd have to be a different language for it to be worse.
But they do very clearly have, under the amp assign, 11.2 is one of the options, and then that lets you select what are your floor speakers, and it says they can be the regular 5 speakers plus surround backs. And then you can have 4 height channels on top of that. Now, you add all that up, that's 5 plus 2 is 7, plus another 4 is 11. You can definitely do 11 speakers with the X4300H. That is quite a major upgrade, and over on Marantz' side, the sister model is the SR6011, which is, of course, replacing the 6010. Same situation there. The 6010 could go up to 9 speakers max with 7 amps built in. The new SR6011, 9 amps built in, can go to 11 speakers. So, Jeff, do not worry. If you like the looks of the X4300H, it can do what you want to do, which is 7.2.4. You're off to go.
So this is actually not that uncommon for all of you out there. I've seen this happen on not just Denon's websites, but many other. When they first start, announce a new product, it kind of takes them a while. It's weird. You would think that they would have everything ready to go live, but it's a lot of moving parts. It really, really is. So you've got your marketing department. They're probably, rolling this out at Cedia. There's a lot of stuff going on, and often the website is where things get kind of fall through
and
the
by
cracks.
The time you're hearing this podcast, they might have changed it already. If you go check it, it's entirely possible.
They probably will have. So what will end up happening is, someone will notice. I've even when I was writing more recently for or more, I guess just more for Audioholics, I had caught it a couple of times and would let the Denon people know. I'm like, listen, I'm pretty sure that this is not what's happening, because based on what you have in the back of this receiver, that's not right. You actually have more HDMI inputs than you're saying that you have on your website. So somebody needs to fix that. And they're like, oh, yeah, that was just a copy-paste error. I'm like, that's what I figured. All right. Jeff is also aware that the AVR X, well, he doesn't really need to answer this question, but we'll read it anyways. AVR X 6300H has 11 amplifier channels on board and renders 7.1.4 Atmos, but he's not willing to spend the extra $600 above the 4300 just for the extra overhead channels, blah, 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 blah. So it doesn't matter any difference. The one that you want will be available, and it does the stuff you need. So
yeah, the advantage of the X6300 is if you are someone who does not already have an external amplifier and you don't want to add one, the X6300 has all 11 amps built right in. Which Denon and Marantz didn't have a model that had that before. So Denon, this is the first one they've ever had that has 11 amplifiers actually built right into it. So there you go.
Yeah. Want your question answered? Send it to question@avrant.com. This is AVRant.
Now go out and listen to something.